Was this olive branch a genuine act of grace? Or is Eva Dupree finally losing her grip on reality under the weight of a terminal secret? Think about it for a second. You are standing in the middle of a high society war zone. The woman who tried to dismantle your marriage is suddenly the one you are protecting from your own husband's wrath. We have seen the Duprees survive tornadoes and blackmail, but can they survive a house divided against itself? Why would Eva, the undisputed queen of Fairmont Crest, choose this exact moment to shield a viper like Leslie Thomas? Is this a calculated move for her legacy? Or is the Cabrini green in her finally giving way to a guilt she can no longer carry? Stick around, because we are diving deep into the psychological fallout of a clash that is about to change the Dupree dynasty forever. To really get why Fairmont Crest is a total pressure cooker right now, we have to look at the sheer audacity of Leslie Thomas. For months, Leslie has been doing what she does best, which is just being Leslie. She has been crashing country club lunches, calling Eva her sugar mama, and trying every blackmail trick in the book to fracture Vernon and Eva's bedrock marriage. The funny thing is, I don't think Leslie is just a villain. She is like a mirror. She is reflecting the one secret Eva thought she had buried with the Articulate's legacy. This whole situation reached a fever pitch during that infamous lunch at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. Eva was already struggling with a health crisis she was trying to hide from everyone. Then, she got physically and emotionally ambushed. Leslie didn't just sit at their table uninvited, though that was rude enough. She actually tried to claim a piece of Eva's history. She was reciting the Articulate's motto and even bragged about losing her virginity to their music. It was a lot. When you look at it, Leslie is hunting for a mother figure she never had. She chose to haunt the woman who feels responsible for her biological mother's tragic end. Eva's collapse at that table wasn't just some random medical event. It was the physical manifestation of a woman being hunted by her own past. When Vernon finally stepped in to cancel the order and drag his wife away from the woman fans call a flaming broom, we all thought the lines were drawn in permanent ink. But soaps love a plot twist. The recent olive branch Eva extended during the week of June 22nd has sent fans and Vernon into a total tailspin. So, let's talk about the psychological cage Eva Dupree is living in right now. Why on earth did Eva reach out to Leslie while her own granddaughters, Kat and Eva, were fighting for their lives on a surgical table? Most people would be focused on their own family. But Eva is playing a much more dangerous game of spiritual insurance. She is facing a major medical update from Dr. Bauer on June 25th. When you are staring down your own mortality, the secrets you have kept start to feel like lead in your shoes. I'm talking about the truth about Barbara Mitchell's suicide. Eva isn't defending Leslie because she suddenly likes her. She is defending Leslie because she's trying to earn her own redemption before time runs out. Internally, Eva has to be terrified. She has always been the one with the perfect silk press and the perfect composure. But inside, she is still that girl from Cabrini Green. She knows how quickly everything can be taken away. Protecting Leslie is her way of saying she won't let another woman in this circle be destroyed on her watch, even if that woman is a monster. I view this as Eva trying to rewrite the history of the Articulates. By bringing Leslie into the fold, she is trying to undo the disrespect Leslie's mother felt years ago. It is a classic case of projection. If she can save the daughter, maybe she can stop blaming herself for the mother's death. Honestly, I think Eva is being dangerously naive here. You don't invite a wolf to the table and expect it to start eating salad. Leslie has proven she will extort money and bend people to her will regardless of any kindness shown to her. Eva's grace isn't going to fix Leslie. It is just going to give Leslie a better view to strike. This is Survivor's Guilt 101. Eva is the one who made it. She has the money, the gates, and the husband. Leslie represents the unsuccessful version of that history. Eva's ego is currently being crushed by the weight of her own privilege. Now we have to talk about Vernon's fury. This is the Protector's breaking point. For years, Vernon has been the calm rock of Fairmont Crest. But during the week of June 24th, we see something we almost never see. Vernon actually strongly opposes Eva. His fury is triggered by one thing, and that is fear. He watched his wife collapse at the country club because of Leslie's antics. In his mind, Leslie is a parasite that is literally making Anita sicker. When Anita extends that olive branch, Vernon sees it as his wife handing a weapon to her own assassin. Vernon is feeling completely helpless. He can't fight the cancer, and he can't fight the ghost of Barbara Mitchell. So he focuses all that frustration on the one target he can actually see, which is Leslie Thomas. His disagreement with Anita isn't about a lack of love. It is about a desperate need to keep his family safe. We have to reframe this disagreement as a battle for the soul of the Dupree marriage. For the first time, Vernon isn't just following Anita's lead. He is asserting his own authority to protect her from herself. It is a shift from a united front to a me versus you dynamic for the sake of survival. I'm 100% on Team Vernon here. Fans on Reddit have been screaming for months that the Duprees need to make T-shake and stop letting Leslie raise their blood pressure. Vernon is finally listening to that frustration. He knows that in the world of Beyond the Gates, status offers no protection from a person who has nothing to lose. Vernon is operating out of protective aggression. His ego is tied to being the provider and the protector. Seeing Anita defend a woman who insulted their daughter and threatened their legacy feels like a personal failure to him. He is lashing out because his primary role in the family is being undermined by Anita's sudden urge for peace. While the Duprees are fighting, Leslie is absolutely thriving in the chaos. She is already calling Anita Sugar Mama and getting Vanessa to help her find a house behind the gates. Why does she act this way? It is because she believes she is the biological heir to a fortune that was stolen from her mother. Every act of manipulation is, in her mind, just a form of justice. She isn't trying to fit in. She is trying to take over. Underneath that desperate social climber exterior is a woman who feels disrespected by everyone in Fairmont Crest. She feels like an outsider looking in, and that breeds a very specific type of resentment. Her internal world is probably a mess of insecurity disguised as entitlement. I see Leslie as living retribution. She isn't just a person. She is the consequence of every secret the Articulates ever kept. The more Anita tries to make peace, the more Leslie realizes how much power she actually has over Anita's conscience. Leslie is a master at playing the victim to get what she wants. She crashed that lunch, sat down uninvited, and then claimed she was just defending her rights. It is brilliant and sociopathic all at once. She knows Anita is weak right now, and she is exploiting that weakness with surgical precision. This is classic pathological narcissism. Leslie cannot see the damage she causes because she is so focused on her own windfall. She ignores Anita's cancer battle and focuses only on her own spotlight. Her ego is so fragile that even a polite rejection is viewed as a savage takedown. The tension between Vernon and Anita isn't just a small tiff. It is an earth-shattering clash because of when it is happening. It is happening during a medical nightmare. While they are arguing over Leslie, their granddaughters are fighting for their lives in surgery. This creates a perfect storm of emotional exhaustion. If Anita continues to defend Leslie, I predict we are going to see a permanent fracture in the Dupree Foundation. Vernon is a man of secrets himself. Let's not forget his secretive meetings and clandestine encounters. If he can't get Anita to see reason, he might use his own dark connections to deal with Leslie permanently. Things are definitely going to get worse as we head toward the June 26th finale. Leslie is set to make an announcement that induces panic throughout Fairmont Crest. My theory? She is going to use that olive branch Anita gave her to broadcast the Articulate secrets to the entire community. She tried a live stream ambush once and failed, but now she has actual access behind the gates. What happens next? The consequences of Anita's peace treaty are going to be devastating. First, we have the marriage meltdown. Vernon and Anita have one of the town's strongest marriages, but the rift over Leslie is the first time we have seen them on completely different pages. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a temporary separation. Vernon might even move to his own secret location just like Jacob did. Then there is the health fallout. Anita's update from Dr. Bauer is looming. If the news is bad, her defense of Leslie will only get more intense as she looks for a clean slate. But if the news is good, will she regret giving Leslie so much power? And you know Leslie won't settle for just a trust fund. She is going for the crown. I expect her to try and move into the Dupree mansion itself, using her status as the biological heir as a legal battering ram. Finally, we have the sibling rivalry. We know a set of siblings will compete with each other by the end of the week. Is this Kat and Eva? Or is it a new rivalry sparked by Leslie's bombshell announcement? If Leslie reveals family secrets, it could turn the entire next generation against each other. Is this really just a shocking piece of news? Or is it a calculated explosion meant to level Fairmont Crest to the ground? Think about it for a second. We are standing on the edge of a cliff. We are looking down at a community that is already broken by a tornado. And now, the most dangerous woman in town is holding the matches. Why does Leslie Thomas have the power to make the elite literally tremble? Is it just the money? Or is it something much darker that she has buried in her arsenal? We have to ask the question that is keeping every Dupree fan awake at night. What exactly is in that announcement that is causing panic across the entire city? Stick around, because we are breaking down the psychological warfare of Leslie Thomas. We are looking at why this Friday, June 26th, is going to be the day the gates finally come crashing down. To really understand why this bombshell is so heavy, we have to look at where the Dupree family is right now. They are at their absolute breaking point. While Leslie is getting her big reveal ready, Kat and Eva are literally fighting for their lives on surgical tables. Anita is sitting there waiting for a major medical update from Dr. Bauer. This could change her entire outlook on her cancer battle. The family is in mourning, and they're in crisis. Yet, Leslie chooses this exact moment to strike. My take on this? This isn't just a coincidence. This is what I call opportunistic predation. Leslie knows that when a family is distracted by life and death stakes, they are too weak to fight back against a social takeover. She isn't just making a statement. She is declaring war while the enemy is busy tending to their wounded. Let's dive into the first theory that is sending shockwaves through the Fairmont Crest Country Club. Leslie has been enlisting Vanessa McBride to find her a permanent home behind the gates. Think about the psychological impact of that for a minute. For years, Leslie has been the outsider. She has been the woman crashing parties and getting snatched up by her silk press. But if her announcement is that she has officially bought a mansion in the heart of the community, the social hierarchy of Fairmont Crest is officially dead. This is a massive shift in power. Leslie isn't just a visitor anymore. She is becoming a neighbor. I see this as a form of territorial aggression. By moving into their backyard, she is forcing the Duprees to see her every single day. She is becoming a permanent reminder of every secret they want to forget. The emotional side of this is actually pretty fascinating. For Leslie, this house isn't about luxury. It is about validation. She feels so disrespected by the way Anita and Vernon have treated her. In her mind, a zip code is the ultimate equalizer. She wants to see the look on Anita's face when she realizes she can't lock the gates against her anymore. Honestly, it is a brilliant move, even if it is totally toxic. If you can't get people to like you, you might as well force them to deal with you. Psychologically, this is Leslie's ego compensation. She is using Barbara Mitchell's fortune to buy the respect she can't earn with her character. She is calling Anita Sugar Mama because it is a way to devalue everything Anita has built. She is turning Anita into a source of income rather than a matriarch to be feared. But let's be real for a second. A new house doesn't cause panic in an entire community. It causes gossip, sure, but panic implies a threat to someone's very existence. That leads us to the second theory, and it is a lot darker. It is the articulate secret. Leslie holds the ultimate leverage. She knows the truth about Barbara Mitchell's suicide. For decades, Anita and the other articulates have guarded those details like they were the crown jewels. They are terrified the world will blame Anita's ambition for Barbara's death. If Leslie's announcement is a tell-all live stream or a media deal to expose the real articulates, then it is game over for Anita's legacy. This isn't just about a career. It is about a woman's soul. Anita has been putting money into that trust fund out of immense guilt. Now, Leslie is using that very money to fund the destruction of the woman who gave it to her. This is where the psychology gets really heavy. Anita is operating out of what I call reparative guilt. She thinks that by making Leslie rich, she can balance the scales for what happened to her friend Barbara. But Leslie is operating out of infinite resentment. No amount of money will ever be enough. Leslie isn't looking for a check. She's looking for a pound of flesh. I honestly disagree with Anita's olive branch strategy. You just cannot negotiate with someone who thinks your very existence is an insult. By reaching out to Leslie during this crisis, Anita thinks she's being a saint. But she's really just showing Leslie exactly where the armor is cracked. Leslie smells that fear. And when a predator smells fear, they don't stop. They move faster. We also have to look at the clinic revitalization angle. Remember when Leslie tried to launch a clinic and Kat Richardson totally ambushed her on camera? Kat called her a murderer right there on a live stream. That was a huge blow to Leslie's ego. But now, Leslie is rich beyond belief. If her announcement is that she is relaunching the clinic as a major institution, she is trying to play the hero. She is trying to position herself as a savior of the community. This is a classic psychological move called reaction formation. She is taking the label of murderer and trying to flip it by becoming a provider of life-saving care. It is a way to rebuild her image. But in Leslie's hands, it is still a weapon. Imagine the panic if she uses her fortune to buy out the very hospital where Kat and Eva are recovering. That is the kind of earth-shattering move that changes everything. The tension is getting even worse because of Vernon. He is strongly opposing Anita on how to handle this. And honestly, can you blame him? He scoffs at Leslie's blackmail attempts because he knows a liar when he sees one. But even Vernon's secret meetings might not be enough to stop a woman with a blank check and a vendetta. The clash between Vernon and Anita is the most shocking part of this whole week. For the first time, the town's strongest marriage is cracking. Vernon wants to protect the family name. Anita is lost in her own medical crisis and her need for redemption. This division is exactly what Leslie needs. A house divided cannot stand. And the Dupree mansion is definitely leaning right now. I predict that Leslie's announcement will be a triple threat bombshell. She's going to announce her new house. She is going to announce the launch of her new Barbara Mitchell Memorial Clinic. And I think she's going to hint that she has a special recording from the Articulate's past. This creates a massive cliffhanger for all of us. What is on that tape? Is it Barbara's voice? Is it a confession? The impact of this is going to be a total social explosion. It will force the Duprees into a defensive position they have never been in. They won't just be fighting a social climber anymore. They will be fighting a woman who has the keys to their kingdom. If Leslie goes through with this, we are looking at the potential end of the Articulate's legacy. We are looking at Anita's health potentially taking a nosedive because of the stress. And I think we might see Vernon take some very dark steps to silence Leslie once and for all. Remember, Vernon has his own secretive maneuvers going on. If he feels Leslie is a real threat to Anita's life, we might see a side of him that Leslie isn't ready for. She thinks she's playing a game of chess, but she might be stepping into a real street fight. Do you think Anita is being a saint for trying to make peace with Leslie? Or is she being totally deluded and inviting disaster into her home?
I want to know what you think.
And if you were Vernon, would you stand by and watch your wife protect the woman who is literally making her sick? Or would you take matters into your own hands to protect the Dupree legacy at any cost? Fairmont Crest is officially on fire, and the Duprees are right in the center of the flames. Is Anita's olive branch a masterclass in grace, or just a fatal mistake? We will be here to break down